I think a good number of the non-MAGA Republicans, including some who won in New York, I know a few of them pretty well, and worked with them when they were in other offices, realize that if they follow a MAGA direction, they're going to lose. And so I think there's going to be a real imperative for them to work with us. We'll have to reach out. We're not going to get everything we want. They won't get everything they want. But I think it will work it's in everybody's interest. That is, the Democrats, all of us, and the significant number of non-MAGA Republicans in both the House and Senate to work together. And I am going to pursue that, with the same kind of energy that we pursued winning this election. Yes.
Aside from all those issues and factors you laid out, Democrats did better than expected without President Biden on the ballot this time. How do you think you'll do in the Senate and maybe even flipping the House with President Biden on the ballot eventually in 2024?
Traditionally, Democrats do better in a presidential year than a non-presidential year. One of the reasons everyone counted us out 6 months ago was because it was a non-presidential year and we were the party in power. And the tradition is that you lose seats in that situation. Of course, we didn't. We gained. So I think, President Biden being on the ticket, if he runs, and if he runs, I'll support him, it would be very, very helpful. Yes.
You were very strategic and thoughtful and intense about how you use reconciliation as a tool in the 50-50 Senate. Now with 51, can you talk about how you see reconciliation? Of course, there's a different House, but and what it might mean for issues like the child tax credit.
Okay. Well, let me say a couple of things. First, I'm not going to speculate on what we're going to do in the next Congress. We'll have plenty of time to talk about that, and we're thinking a lot about it already. And just in general, the child tax credit is something many of us are passionate about, and we would very much like to get it done. It took half the kids in America out of poverty, close to half, not quite half. That's an amazing thing, and it's something that we should aspire to. And it was supported by a large, a majority of Americans. So we'll keep pursuing it. Yes.
Schumer, you said that subpoena power should be used with 50% with corporations. Do you have particular industries or companies?
No, I'm not. Again, I'm not speculating about the next Congress. Yes.
You did a great job protecting your incumbents this cycle. Looking ahead to 2024, are you confident that John Tester and Joe Manchin will run for re-election, and have you begun those conversations to persuade them to stay?
Okay, these are, we have great senators. We have a large number who are up. You named two who are in Trump, Republican-leaning states. But look, they're great candidates, and we're going to do everything we can to help them. Yes.
You talked about Vice President Harris having a little more time on her hand, not having to run for the Capitol all the time.
Well, she has plenty to do, believe me.
But does this also mean now that your phone won't be constantly calling Joe Manchin and back and forth here? And Kirsten Sinema, because you have that 51st, but that changes the power dynamic.
Joe Manchin and Kirsten Sinema are great members of our caucus. They're very valuable. They don't always agree with us on certain issues, but they are tremendous contributors to our caucus, and we'll continue to work with them. Nope. Next.
Now that you do have subpoena power, more control over committees, do you anticipate taking the mantle of any of the investigations happening in the House now that House Democrats?
Not speculating about the next Congress. We got to sit down. We got to talk to our members. We got to figure out the directions we want to go in. Yes.
You spoke about the speed and ease with which the new Senate will be able to confirm judicial nominees. Do you think, this is not about the new Congress, but about Biden, do you think Biden may be putting forward different, possibly more progressive nominees given more leeway?
I think the nominees he's put forward have been very progressive and a far cry from some of these Trump nominees who are hard right and MAGA. They're an amazing counterbalance. And if we continue in the same direction that we've had the last 2 years, I think I'll be happy, the caucus will be happy, but most important, America will be happy. Yes.
Do you see the investigations that you're going to be doing in the next Congress as a counterbalance to the investigations that you're expecting to get from the House?
As I said, we have subpoena power. It gives us certain abilities. We will discuss as we get closer the various ways we may use them. Okay? Last one.
Your comments about what's going to happen in the next Congress notwithstanding, are there some areas where you think you can peel away those non-MAGA Republicans to support?
I think there are going to be a whole lot of areas where the non-MAGA Republicans are going to want to work with us for the good of the country, but for their own survival. It will just not work. It will just not work if they pursue a MAGA line. And I think, having talked to a few of them, both, and not just the new candidates, in the Senate as well. Again, let me reiterate, of the 6 major bills we passed, 5 were this summer, June, July, and early August, 5 were bipartisan. People are here to get things done, not just to make a speech and be negative. And as Gary aptly put it, in a lot of their campaigns, since they didn't have solutions, they lost. But I think a large, significant number of Republican senators and Republican House members have some solutions. They may not always agree with our solutions, but they're not here just to make a speech. They're here to get them enacted. Okay, nope, not going to talk. Thank you, everybody.
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, guys.